Nau mai, hara mai, e te iwi o ngā hau e whā, o tēnei wānanga ipurangi, ko tai te wā, te karakia timata, me ino e tātou. E te māngai ngāne hira pono e te tokuturi tapu. Tēnei ahai take atu pononga e tāpai atu o ke he tanga ngoi koretanga, warewaretanga, koeretanga o te tinona me te wairua. Ke horoi atu ke mātu hukariri, harikuri me te kukupā, ke whānau hawairo, te tukai te kōreatanga, te māngai e tuko mai ai nei a ki nei ai. E te māngai ngāne hira pono i te tukuturi tapu, kei tatu māno kei te ki wangene ki tēnei whakamai mati o mātou. Hei tātara i ngā kupu katoa, e whakapua ki nā nei mātou ruti tukai te kōreatanga, ko kai tēnei hoki te tīmatanga me te whakaotinga, mā mātou e tumana kua tēnei ruti tukai te kōreatanga, ko te māngai hei tuko mai ai nei a ki nei. Āmeni.
Āmeni, kia ora.
Tēnā hui hui tātou. Just a couple of house rules for you. You have a question and answer box at the bottom. If you have any questions, please put them in the question and answer section. If you have any feedback or just even general comments, please submit those in the comment box. Kia ora tātou, I will leave you in the capable hands of these two rangatira here. Korere te whānau, mauri ora.
Tēnā koe Tracy. Mihi tuatahi kia koe Tracy, nau te karakia, nau tēnei o ngā huihuinga e whakatimata ai a tātou nō reira, mihi kawatuana. O tira tēnā koutou. Tēnā koutou ko tai mai nei, ko ai tēnei kōrero nei, ko Sirakunu tōku nei ingoa, he uri tēnei no Ngāti Whātua, no ngā puhi, no Waikato, ara, no Whaingaroa, ko tainui āwhiro, ko Ngāti Koata, anō hoki, nō reira, mihi kauatuana kia koutou katoa e whakarunga mai ana i tēnei o ngā ata. Tēnā tātou.
Ngā mihi mahana kia koutou, ko ai au, ko Andre McLaughlin tuku wingua, he uri ahau no Ngāti Apa Muaupoko hoki. Looking forward to today's kōrero. To you.
Wow, we better start there,
I know.
Ka pai, tēnā tātou. Okay, so tō tātou kaupapa ehara I te kīnaki noa, not just the jam on top. So our first slide. Ka tīmata tā tātou kōrero I tēnei o ngā whakatauaki a pāne papa. Ko Te Reo Māori te waharoa ki Te Ao Māori. Te Reo Māori is the gateway to Te Ao Māori. An extension on that can also be ko Te Reo Māori te waharoa ki Te Whakaaro Māori. Te Reo Māori is also the gateway to thinking Māori. So what has this got to do with the jam and toast? He rongoa Te Reo Māori. Māori language is the healer. Reo Māori is intrinsically within everyone that has whakapapa Māori. It is part and parcel of who we are. It is in our DNA. And sometimes, and in some cases, it just needs to be awoken. The lyrics from the Waiata Mai Motia by Mai Moa pretty much sums that up for me. Nau ahau I Māori ai. It is because of you, Te Reo Māori, that I am Māori. Te Reo Māori is beautiful and it's poetic. Yet Te Reo Pākehā does our language no justice. Te Reo Māori is forever being translated into one word, yet there are so many different descriptions for one Māori word. For example, let's look at our kupu aroha. What do you know aroha to be? I bet you know aroha to be love, because that is what it's commonly known as. But from a Māori titiro, aroha is much more than love. Aroha is compassion, aroha is sympathy, aroha is empathy. It is to be kind, it is to be caring, it is to feel pity, it is to feel sorrow, and it is also to love. Whakapapa or genealogy is an integral part of the Māori world, and within our language, this is no different. You can trace the whakapapa of any kupu by looking at its makeup. For example, aroha has two kōkupu, aro and ha. So if we look at aro as a verb, it is to pay attention to consider. Aro as a noun is an interest and focus. Ha, to breathe, to taste. As a noun, essence, taste, and breath. When we look into this whakapapa for this kupu, For me, we can see the intentionality. And that intentionality comes from the action of paying attention and the action of consideration. It also stems from an interest and focus. And for me, all of these are explained in the word aro. When we look at ha, we look at life, we look at being. When we look at ha, we look at taste, but taste isn't one-dimensional. When I'm thinking about taste in this context, I'm thinking about tasting with your eyes, tasting with your ears, tasting with your touch, tasting with your nose, and tasting with your tongue. So when you whakamoia, or when you put aro and ha together, we get a deliberate attention to consideration that can be tasted or found through your eyes, your ears, your nose, your tongue, your touch, our senses, and this is life. So tēnei me te whakawiti kupu. Not everyone agrees with breaking up our kupu like this, but for me, I personally like it because it gives a depth of understanding by using te reo Pākehā. It gives the origin. He rongo te reo Māori. Te reo Māori is our healer. We just need to take a peek into the different aspects of te reo to see its healing qualities. Identity is one, and not only is it because te reo Māori is what makes me Māori, but it's also the oro and the sound, or the mita, the dialect, that can help identify where someone is from. I remember right at the beginning of my te reo journey, one of my first kaiako, hene taumaunu, no Ngāti Parau, and gosh, we were scared of her. It wasn't just me, we were all scared of her, and we would, and it was her oro. Our koka would talk so quick, her mita, it was quick and fast, to the point she'd talk to us and we'd be like, I, and next minute she'll be like, ne? We're like, ko. And then along the journey, I did te pēnakitanga with Haki Tuopiki, and he would always bring in our beautiful kraua from Kāwhia, koro mito hopa, and koro mito would come in, and at the beginning, we had to have Haki translate koro mito's Māori into our Māori so we could understand, again, his mita, the oro. And just recently, I was up at Te Taumata at Whangarei at the beginning of the year at Kurereo. And Quentin Heta has a really distinct Ngāpuhi mita. And again, I had to close my eyes to really concentrate to what he was saying so that I can comprehend his reo. In time, ka waia haere aku taringa ki ngā oro. In time, my ears become used to that sound of all my amazing kaiako. Our reo was made up of many healing qualities, and at its foundation is the oro or sound. Our reo is our rongoa, our reo is our identity. It is who we are, it is what we are. When I was practicing as a taurāwhiri, mātauranga Māori specialist within mental health and addictions in a community team, it became very apparent that Te Reo Māori was a de-escalator for whānau Māori. The whānau with whom we worked didn't necessarily understand the kupu, but I fully believe that they understood the vibrations. It was the vibrations of te reo, because it's innately within us. It belongs to us. We are born with it. So using te reo Māori naturally de-escalated our whānau, brought our whānau into a place of noa. As part of the healing qualities is also the ability to transmit knowledge from hundreds of years ago to today, and how relevant the knowledge of 100 years ago is still today. Our tupuna were clever and our language poetic. The messages left for us are not messages of transparency, but ones of critical thinking, knowledge about our taiao, our environment, our natural resources, and wānanga. These messages are still delivered today by way of kiwaha, kirehu, whakataukī, whakatauaki, tongikura, mō teatea, waiata, oriori, and haka. There are many kōrero and they come in many different forms and shapes. We have kōrero like whakatoi, cheeky, Māori are cheeky. Kōrero aniani, sarcasm, we're very sarcastic as well. Whakahāwea, put downs. Whakakata, laughter, and whakatūpato, warnings. All of these messages stem from a Māori titiro. They all come from a Māori worldview. These are our taonga tuku iho. Our reo is our rongoa, our reo is our identity. It is who we are, it is what we are. A common delivery method of years gone by and of today is the use of whakataukī and whakatauaki. And the difference between the whakataukī and the whakatauaki is that with whakataukī we no longer know nā wai ngā kōrero, from whom that kōrero came. But it's the messaging. So the message is still current, the message is still clear, the message is our foundation. It is the message that is important. We also have, we have whakataukī that is still relevant today. Nā tō raudo, nā toku raudo, ka oro ai te iwi. My food basket and your food basket, together we create a hākari and we can feed our people. So we may not no longer use raudo or food baskets, but we all still have something to contribute to kaupapa. Whakataukī, still relevant, mātātou. Whakatauaki, we have so many whakatauaki that are left to us from this reanga, from our generation. Our kōrero started today with the beautiful words of Pānea Papa, ko Te Reo Māori, te waharo ki te ao Māori. Our beautiful karaua, Dr. Wharehuia Milroy, left us with ko te whakaiti, te whare o te whakaronui. Humility is the bastion of a generous person. Then we've got our karaua Dr. Mike Paki. He talks about ka rongoa karu, ka kitea taringa. To hear with your eyes and see with your ears. That he's talking about using your senses, being in tune with your senses. And then even I've had to write whakatauaki for our kaupapa, ko te whakataunga te tekura, decisions of a chief, which talks about the ability to make responsible decisions. Our whakatauki and whakatauaki all come with kurahuna, little hidden gems. These kurahuna come from a Māori worldview. It is up to us to decipher the knowledge. It is up to us to decipher the message. It is our responsibility to engage and understand te ao Māori so that this can be done. It is also up to us to carry that mahi and legacy. Kia kore rawa a tātou taonga I whaiwhai haere e ngā tapuwai o te moa. Our reo is our rongoa, our reo is our identity. It is who we are, it is what we are. Ehara I te kīnaki noa, not just a jam on top of the toast.
Man, that's hard to follow. You know, it's like, you go. I just want to sit here and just keep going. All right. Kia ora whanau, I want to